is, Flo. What's up, everybody? Hey, man, welcome back. Y'all glad to be back in the flow? Man, I am glad to be back in the flow. If this is your first time, welcome to In the Flow with Pastor Joe, man. I'm just excited about this opportunity to deposit a little bit into your life. What a beautiful Saturday morning it is, man. So many wonderful things that are taking place today, happening in life, happening in the world. Especially my LA Lakers, man, are getting ready to play tonight for the in-season tournament. Yo, I'm excited, man. I am geeked. Thank you again for all of you all. Thank you for all of you all who sent some well wishes last week, some birthday wishes, man, and all of that. Can you believe, man, your boy is 41. Those of you all who have been riding through this life with me for a while, your boy is 41, man. And so there's some things that we have learned in this last 41 years. And some of those things I want to share with you on today. Come on, Flow fam. First of all, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You know what time it is. If you are excited about being back in the flow, throw some fire in the chat. Wow! Come on, man. Throw some fire in the chat. Let's get to work on today. Today we're talking about, episode 5 is entitled Relationship Therapy. Relationship therapy, man. I'm tripping on, and I want you to trip with me. I'm tripping on two things. I'm tripping on restoration, and I'm tripping on rhapsody. I'm tripping on restoration and rhapsody. Pastor restoration, the idea of maybe your relationship needs to be repaired. Maybe it needs some type of renovation. Watch this. Restoration also means to return, to bring back. Yes, some of you all in your relationships, I think your relationship, and you know, the truth of the matter is, man, some of our relationships, after your relationship has taken a hit, the truth of the matter is we got to find some time and some space, opportunity, really not time, but an opportunity to bring back those things, those valuable things in the relationship. Maybe you stopped doing because your spouse did, or maybe you stopped doing because your spouse wasn't doing, or you know, whatever type of relationship it is. Maybe for a while, man, things were rocking. Things were rolling. You guys were thriving. And then you kind of hit, you know, maybe a little stumbling block in life, man, have some relational hiccups or whatever. And it's time to bring those things back. And then we're also tripping on rhapsody today, man. This idea of incredible expressions of love, incredible expressions of feeling. I'm talking about you are just ecstatic about the person you're in relationship with. And okay, let's trip on some stuff, man. It's been 2 weeks since we've been together. Let's trip on some things. So I'm thinking about a couple of scriptures. You all know when we do our podcast, I try not to be real preachery and all of that. But there is a scripture I'm kind of tripping on right now that talks about whatever you do. Actually, it's two of them. One of them says that whatever you do unto the Lord. Do it as if you are doing unto the Lord. And then there's another scripture that I'm tripping on that says, do unto others as you would want them to do unto yourself. So let's begin here as we are talking through some relationship therapy. One of the biggest things I want us to grapple with, understand, comes to grip with, whatever, is that every kind of relationship, watch this, requires effort. Every kind of relationship requires effort. You're not going to get out of the relationship what you want, what the relationship could be without effort. I started off by saying, I thought about saying every relationship takes work, but I want to take this idea of sort of pressure. You all know Pastor doesn't really like when relationships feel like chores. I don't want to be a chore to my wife. I don't want to be a chore. I don't want to be a chore to my kids. I don't want to be a chore to my members, to where they feel like, oh, it's something else I have to do. We don't want that feeling. We don't even want that in our mind. Like it's not something else. The truth of the matter is, it shouldn't be as something else I have to do, but it's something else I want to do, I desire to do, I love doing. Watch this. I want you to be so cold in your relationship that it's like, I can't wait to do. Yeah. When's the last time? Now, for real, those of you all who are married, when's the last time you said, man, I can't wait to cook for my husband today. I can't wait to cook for my wife today. Watch this. I can't wait to go buy them something, then just lay a little something on the bed. Ooh, I can't wait to run my wife, some bath water, some bubbles, and a spa bath. Come on. When's the last time? I can't wait to give my husband a massage. Yeah. Okay. This is only for my married couples. When's the last time you said, I can't wait for us to get it in tonight? Yeah. Yeah. My married couples only. If you single, you can't shout on that. My married couples only. Like I just can't wait, man. I can't wait. Watch this. I just can't wait. I want us there. I want us to get to that place. That's where our aim is. Our aim is, this is the relationship that I'm in, the relationships that you're in. Like they're not chores. Don't look at them as chores. Look at them as you are blessed to be able to be in this relationship with this person. You are blessed to be able to have children. You're blessed to have a job and all of that. Today, I'm really coming for, platonic, romantic relationships pretty heavy. Excuse me, because many of you all like, Pastor, deal with some of that stuff. So I'm going to deal with some of that stuff, right? I'll come back and when I talk through some leadership stuff next season, is going to be leadership heavy. Okay, next season, leadership heavy. Pastor Windsor next season going to start after the beginning of the new year. Okay, on January we're going to start our leadership series. I think it's important to begin the year with some leadership information, because at the end of the day, I heard somebody say this. I think the other day on maybe on Instagram or a commercial or something somewhere. Matter of fact, I think it was. Coach K from Duke, former Coach K from Duke, said that leadership is the least taught, but the most effective and necessary for every organization. So many people want leaders, but we're not teaching and developing leaders. Okay, all right, I deal with that. I deal with that in January. Today, let's talk through some relationship therapy stuff, man, relational therapy. So again, let me say it again, that every relationship takes effort. Here's the question I have for you. Where do you want your relationship to be? And what are you doing to cultivate the possibility? Where do you want your relationship to be, and what are you doing? Man, oftentimes when people think about relationships, it's always what the other person is doing or what the other person is not doing. My question is, what are you doing to cultivate that which you desire for your relationship to be? But Pastor Joe, it's him. Pastor Joe, it's her. Well, today I'm dealing with you. Okay. And if you guys are watching this together, which I hope couples do, I hope couples do that, man. We need to get back to that, where more couples are doing more things together and all of that. We'll talk about that a little later. But how are we cultivating the possibilities? Okay. You have to cultivate possibilities. In other words, you have to create opportunities for that which you want to see. All right. And here's something good, that just because you want it, here's the truth, man. Okay. I told you all, I'm 41 now. I'm over 40s. I don't have time to play with, I don't have time to play games. It is what it is. I've learned some stuff. I've survived some stuff. I have accomplished a great amount of things. And I want you to know that just because you want something doesn't mean that thing you're going to get. Just because you want it, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. Well, Pastor, how do I get it? Well, you get it, watch this, by cultivating opportunities, by cultivating possibilities. You don't just get it. It kills me sometimes when people wake up in the morning and you think that the earth is supposed to move on the axis of you. You believe that you are the equator for the earth. You think you are that which the earth rotates around. Well, I have some news for you today that's not the case. If you want to see some things in your relationship, if you desire for your relationship to go from here to there, whatever the case may be, then you have to cultivate the possibility. You have to make it possible for that. Let me dive in real heavy. It's as simple as if you and your spouse, or you and the person you're talking to, the person you're dating, the person you're kicking it with, whatever you want to call it, if you and that person have some type of relational issue and somebody doesn't forgive, then the lack of forgiveness, watch this, takes away the possibility of something taking place, of something incredible taking place. You are going to the next level. You are not only surviving, but thriving. Forgiveness cultivates the possibility of an incredible future. So until you forgive, I don't know why I'm coming back to this, but until you forgive all that you desire, it won't happen, because you are harboring unforgiveness in your heart and all of that. All right. I hope I'm making sense kind of early. All right. So this is what I really came for today. I came for two words. So I know I said restoration and rhapsody earlier, but I really want to talk about these two things in terms of cultivating what you want to see. I want to talk about offer and demand. I want to talk about offer versus demand. Offer versus demand, because let me just tell you that I believe, this is me. This is me. You logged onto my podcast. Remember, this is me. I believe that the greatest relationships are not the ones that are driven by demand, but the ones that are driven by the spirit of offering. Pastor Joe, say that again. I believe that the greatest relationships are not driven by demand, but they are driven by the spirit of offering. Okay, so in other words, to offer simply means to position yourself to please something or someone. To position yourself, watch this, to present something to them. I love this definition. It says being ready to express something. Wow. Being ready to express something. One more time. Being ready to express something. Here's a question. Every day, are you ready to express your love for your spouse or significant other? Are you ready to express appreciation for them? Are you ready to express some form of honor? Are you ready to express some form of respect? Because to offer simply means to be ready. I'm telling you, man, most days I get up and I'm ready to love on that girl that lays next to me. Most days I get up, I'm ready to love on my children, parent my kids. I'm ready to go to the school and teach my students. I'm ready, man, to pastor this incredible congregation. Pastor, you said most days. Come on, I'm being honest with you all, because some days I don't have it. But here's the beautiful thing about having a good spouse, that on the days you don't have it, they have it. But I need to drop this as a caveat, though. I need you to understand that you need to have more days where you have it and less days where you don't. There's not too many days I don't have it. The First Lady will tell you, it's not too many days the kid don't have it, man. I try to be the first. I'm serious about it. I try to be the first. I try to be the first to love, man, the first to serve, the first to protect, the first to give. Like when I have the opportunity to be at home in the morning for an extended period of time, like when we get up, my family doesn't have to wonder who's cooking breakfast, or they don't have to wonder, are we going to eat this morning? The moment daddy gets up, yeah, my kids already know at some point. He already knows we're hungry. Like we all went to bed last night. We all got up this morning, slept about 8 to 6, sometimes 5 to 4 hours. And so the moment I get up, my children already know. My wife already knows, like, hey, especially if he's feeling good, like especially if he's feeling good, there's no question. Something's about to be burning in that kitchen, baby. Something. Why? Because that's my nature. It's who I am. Why? Because first of all, I just love to serve. I love to give. And I want that for you. I want you to take on the spirit of offer. Why? Because the antithesis to me is demand. Because I told you again, relationships take effort. So, it's either going to be, you're going to offer it, or it's going to be demanded. And, you're just going to have to work through whatever you got to work through to get it done. I'm the type of person, maybe y'all are better than me, but I'm the type of person that I really don't like. I just don't like to have to ask for a lot of stuff, especially in terms of relationships, because I believe that there are just some basic rules of relationships. I'm going to get to some of those in just a minute. But the antithesis of offering is demanding. And so now demanding puts a different feeling on it, man. Like it's not given with the same heart. It's probably not even given with heart at all. It's just given because it's a chore now. It's what I feel like I got to do. So to demand is to ask authoritatively with much authority, right? And watch this. When you ask for it and demand, you expect it immediately. Or really like as soon as possible. Like, well, I want it right now. And I think, watch this, that the best way to get what's not offered is to either demonstrate or openly make your request known. Yeah, I'm a demonstration kind of guy. You remember the text I said, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. I try to always do to people. I don't always get it right. Come on, man, even in 41 years, I haven't always gotten it right, but that's my aim. My aim is to do unto others. Why? Because let's talk about some relationship expectations let's talk about some true expectations versus false expectations. Things you should expect and things at certain times you should not expect. Are y'all ready for this? It's about to get real murky. I hope y'all ready for this. Watch this. Let's feel me on this. Now, let me preface this with the simple fact that there's levels to this. Y'all, Pastor's just going to be real. Some of you all kill me when it comes to relationships. Why? Because some of y'all expect too much too soon. You expect too much too soon. And then the antithesis of that is some of you all aren't giving enough, but you're expecting everything. You think just because you're in it, you're supposed to get it. Somebody told me before, respect is not given, it's earned. Yeah, respect is not, I'm not respecting you just because you say respect me. No. I'm respecting you, watch this, because you've earned my respect. Trust is not giving, trust is earned. I'm not trusting you just because you say trust me. I'm not trusting you because you're African American. I'm not trusting you because you're male. I'm not trusting you because you're female. I'm not trusting you because you're from Oklahoma. I'm not trusting you, watch this, because you're Christian. You have to earn that. I trust God. And then if I recognize God in you, I will trust the God in you. Woo, this is so good to me. So let's talk about some true expectations. What things should you expect from a relationship? Well, one, you should expect communicated compliments. Two, you should expect consideration. You should expect acts of appreciation. You should expect honor. You should expect desired levels and styles of communication. These things you should expect if you're in a relationship. Now, first of all, we got to make sure that the person you're in relationship with, you got to make sure that they're in relationship with you. Because if not, you can't expect these things. If you're in relationship with me and I'm not in relationship with you, you can't expect this. You can't expect this. However, if we are in relationship, like an agreed upon relationship, and we're speaking more so again to platonic, romantic, golden level, y'all know how we do it, then these basic things you should expect. And these things aren't things that should have to be demanded. They should be things that are offered. Like, my wife shouldn't have to demand that I text her every now and again. I shouldn't want to do that. My wife shouldn't have to demand that I give her compliments. I should want to do that. Now, I'm a little, okay, all right. We don't have no kids on here, right? So I'm a little different. I'm a real man for real, right? And so, sometimes my compliments are a little different. Pastor, what you mean? I don't always compliment with my words. Sometimes I compliment with my hands. Ooh. Pastor, what you mean? Yeah, okay, so just the other day, first we in the house, we just chilling and all that, and First Lady has on, just her undergarments, just walking through the house with the undergarments on, and I was like, ooh wee, and so I just reached out, touched me a little something. Did he just say that? Married folks. I like my girl. I mean, and so then, another time, I just walked up to her and just whispered, a little something, in the ear. Yeah. But then on the other side, First Lady compliments your boy all the time. Baby, you look good. I like how you put that together. Da 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 da. It should just be offered. Come on, man. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they have to demand, right now, it's one. It's one thing if you just need a compliment in that moment and you like, babe, does this look good? That's different. Versus you not complimenting at all. You're not saying anything at all. And then they have to always ask, well, do I look good? I mean, dog, come on, man. And then, considerate acts, right? Being considerate just at different times. I mean, one of the things that, First Lady and I do, like literally, we've done it. Geez Louise, I think at least 12, 13 years now. We were doing it before we got married. That we don't eat without one another, when we are together. Now, of course, it's a different story. If I'm at work, she's at work, I'm out of town, whatever. She's out of town, yada, yada, yada. But when we are together, we don't eat without one another, right? If it's just she and I, In the house, I'm still cooking. I'm still cooking. I'm still cleaning. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing that, right? Chivalry is not dead in my house. I'm still opening doors. I'm still, making sure she crossed the puddle. I mean, come on, y'all. I'm washing clothes. I'm washing dishes, right? Because these are considerate things. Every now and again, I'm shooting a text. Why? Because I know she likes it, right? I'm doing better. I'm trying to do better with checking in pre-decision making. Yeah, I can be honest. I'm trying to do better with checking in pre-decision making. Why? Out of consideration, right? Not just because I have to, and that's what you should do when you're in a relationship, but because I want to. I'm being considered. That's being considerate, right? Do you consider? I'm about to go there. Do you consider what your spouse needs? Do you consider those you're in relationship with? Do you consider what they need on the levels that you all are on? I'm going to dive into some heavy stuff here in just a second, but acts of appreciation, let me hurry. Acts of honor, desired level and styles of communication. Pastor, desired level? Yeah, because everybody doesn't like talking on the phone. And if you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't like talking on the phone, but you are a phone talker, I mean, you guys have to, you got to balance, you got to pick your spots. You can't get upset because they don't like talking on the phone, and you can't get upset because you like talking on the phone and they like texting. Maybe they're not the person with you. But I mean, phone calls and texting, that's so minuscule, man. If our relationship is contingent upon a phone call and a text, man, we should not be together. Lord Jesus. If that's what we're arguing over, styles of communication and all of that. Now, I will tell you this. When it also comes to styles of communication, let me go here because this is very important. Just because you come from a hostile environment doesn't mean I come from a hostile environment. Just because you like to fuss and argue don't mean I like to fuss and argue. So when you talk to me, remember you're talking to me, right? I tell people, I literally tell my students all the time, leave hallway conversation in the hallway. The moment you enter into my classroom, remember the atmosphere and the environment that you have just entered into, and remember who you're talking to. Don't bro me. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me in the comments. Don't bro me. Yeah, don't do any of that. Don't talk slang in the classroom. We don't do that. This is a place of education. This is a place of academia. We don't do that here. Right? Now, when you get with your friends and all of that, you do that with them. Okay, Pastor, why are you saying this? Because when you're in a relationship, you have to know when to turn certain things on and when to turn certain things off. Yes. What is the preferred way of communication? What is the preferred way? If they don't like shouting, stop shouting. If you're with the type of person that says you don't have to scream at me, just talk to me. That's how you should do anyway. Stop screaming. What are you screaming for? You don't have to scream to get your point across. Just talk straight to me. Let me know where I messed up. Let me know, did I break your heart? Yeah, come on, just let me know, right? And then give me an opportunity. Then you have to cultivate an opportunity for change and give me that opportunity to change, to make it right. Ask for forgiveness and all of that. But man, so many of you all, I'm telling you, so many of you all are going to end up in the hospital. Watch this, with premature deaths because you got anger issues. Yeah, because you think everything has to be forceful. No, it doesn't have to do all that. You don't always have to do. The truth of the matter is, as far as I'm concerned, you don't ever really have to do that. Y'all know, anybody know who knows Pastor Joe, I'm really not that type of person, man. I'm not the type of individual. I'm not trying to scream. I'm not trying to argue like that. I ain't trying to shout. We ain't having no shouting match. Man, I just told one of my students the other day, like, yo, I put a mask or something over my face, hoodie over my head when I came outside. And they said, Mr. Wheat, why are you doing that? I said, because my voice is my money maker. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. I said, my voice is my money maker, man. I got to talk every day. So I got to pick and choose how I use my voice and all of that, because I can't waste my voice. And the truth of the matter is, okay, I'm a preacher. Some of you all's voices are wasted in your relationship because you talk and complain way too doggone much. This is my podcast. You talk and complain too much. You complaining about everything. about everything. Y'all know my rule. My rule in relationship is you have to compliment more than you complain. So for every complaint, you owe me 2 compliments. That's the new relationship rule. Come on, I want you to take that. For every complaint, you owe me 2 compliments. Yeah, man. Because our relationship cannot be, based upon complaints. You're always complaining, or I'm always complaining. No, that can't be the preferred way of communication. I hope this is good, y'all, because this is real good to me. So those are true expectations, things you can truly expect in relationships. And then there are false expectations. I'm out of here, y'all. It's been 2 weeks. Let me just kind of wrestle through this, and then we done. False expectations. First of all, let me tell everybody. Now, let me go back to true expectations real quick. Remember that there are levels to this, okay? There are levels to these things. Let me say this again. There are levels to these things, okay? So because there are levels to these things, if you are not on certain levels, don't expect certain things. Why? Because your expectation is setting you up for failure. Because, hear me real good, I tell my daughters, both my spiritual daughters in the house, and then my babies, my personal daughters, I tell all of them, yo, hey, listen, we're not existing on false expectations. We're not existing on false expectations. In other words, watch this. We're not doing too much. Some of you all are expecting way too much. I tell my daughters and I tell my sons. Yeah, I tell my daughters and I tell my sons, especially the daughters though, because oftentimes relationships are heavy on, when it comes to service, it's heavy on the female side. The man expecting the female to do everything. Watch this. And him only, okay, let me put it to you like this. Let me just go and drop some heat on you. Steak don't equal sex. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Steak doesn't equal sex. Just because, watch this, just because you bought me a steak don't mean we having sex. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. In other words, just because you take me out don't mean I'm about to put out. Lord Jesus. Did he go there? I did. Because it's false expectations when you are not married to expect somebody to sleep with you because y'all are in a relationship. Man, the devil is a lie. Now, if you're not Christian, I mean, that's all I don't know. But if you are a believer, we don't believe in casual fluid swaps. Lord, Pastor Joe is going crazy today. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Let's go and get it. We don't believe in casual fluids. Casual fluid swaps is crazy. Did y'all hear what I just said? You out here just having sex with folks because this is what we supposed to do, or I'm feeling hot and horny, or he done bought me, he done took me out, he done did all this, and now I got to give him something. Yeah, give him a thank you. Thank you so much for doing this, or vice versa, because nowadays, women are much more aggressive today than they were back in the day. So now you got women, who are extremely sexual and all of that. And they like, yo, like the reason why I said yes to you, I really didn't say yes for steak. I said yes for sex because you look good. Huh? Yeah. Huh? I said, huh? Yeah, no, it's just not just men wanting it. It's women wanting it too. But again, we have this pressure of false expectations to think that because you do something nice, that somebody's supposed to drop it like it's hot. The devil is a lie. Now, if you marry, get it in. Huh? I said, if you marry, get it in. Steak equals sex and sex equals steak and asparagus, macaroni and cheese, everything. Huh? But also, here it again, y'all know I'm crazy. But watch this, but also false expectations. Like, fam, if we not really together, if we just, okay, let's get an understanding. Casual dating is not a relationship. We just casually dating. But if we're saying, yo, we're together, we're building something, we are trying to see what's happening here, see what's popping, and that's a different story. That's a different story. But if we're not on that level, then watch this. Here's a false expectation. If we're not on that level, if we're just talking, then you can't expect me, or you can't expect daily communication if we're not on that level. So which means if we're just talking, then we talk when we talk. Y'all ain't. If we're just talking, then we talk when we talk. And when we talk, we talking. If we're dating, when we date, we date. And there needs to be rules to dating. Did y'all hear what I just said? There needs to be rules, man, to dating. Here's, watch this. I told one of my daughters the other day, this is one of the things I was going to tell y'all a minute ago. It just came back to me. I told one of my daughters the other day, I said, you can go on a date. I said, but you going Dutch. And she was like, Dad, Dutch? Yeah, because Dutch means don't touch. Huh? I said, what? You said what? You said what? I said, Dutch means don't touch. Yeah, no, I tell my girls especially, yeah, no, don't go on a date without money. Don't go on a date without, because I don't need bruh to think that, oh, she need me. No, fam, she don't. Not like that. Not in the way you think. She got a daddy. None of my daughters have daddy issues. None of my daughters. So if you plan on dating any of my daughters, one's already married. She good. She off the limits. Another one, she young as all get out. So you look at her, I'm gonna break your face. Right? I have a couple of more who might possibly be available, but they ain't going on dates without money. No, daddy don't play that. Why? Because at any given time, if they feel uncomfortable, get out of there. You drive your own car. No, it ain't no, we on the first date and he coming to pick me up. You might be a serial killer. The devil is a lie. You drive your own car. Huh? You drive your own car. Right? You have your own money. Why? Because at any given time, you're not about to be trapped. Not about to be trapped. And so now you feel like you got to deliver because of what he did or what he gave and vice versa. You know, we got certain conversations we have to have with certain genders. I don't care what y'all say. Certain conversations we have to have with certain genders, and they are different. Like I'm telling my sons, like, yo, don't try to sleep with old girl because she fine, you know, she bootylicious and all of that, and you hot and horny at the table, you know, you done sipped on a little something, you know, right? No. And you still gonna open that door. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. And you still gonna tell her good night. And you're not gonna make her force kiss you. We ain't doing that. Because even kissing is DNA swapping. Y'all got all this, man. All this casual fluid swapping is crazy. I'm done. Y'all sick of me. Some of you all, we just talking relationship. I'm just trying to help. When it comes to this idea of dating and you have children, y'all, please forgive Pastor Joe. I'm serious on this. Stop introducing your kids to casual people. Talking about this Uncle Jim. That ain't Uncle Jim. Because what happens when, if the relationship, you know, excels and all that, goes to the next level, and now you're talking about, well, I'm about to marry Jim. You about to marry my uncle? Stop it. And vice versa. Don't ask when am I going to meet the kids? You going to meet the kids when I'm ready for you to meet the kids and when the kids are ready for you to meet them. Because first of all, if you got to ask when am I going to meet the kids, y'all not where y'all need to be. That ain't the person you need to be with. No, because why you worried about my kids? Because the truth of the matter is you asking feels like a demand versus me saying, yo, I'm loving what we got going on. I think I'm ready for you to meet the kids, but let me talk to the kids first. See where their head's at, especially if your children, like if the other parent is in their life, you shouldn't be forcing them to meet some other man or woman. No. And the devil is a lie if you think, okay, feel me, y'all. God forbid. God forbid. But if First Lady goes to glory before I do, and especially anytime soon, my kids are not calling another woman mom. Or let me put it like this. I'm not going to make them do that. Now, if it happens organically, out of respect, not because they don't know who their mother is, but especially with my small babies, I'll get that. I'll understand that. But it's not going to be this is your mama, because it ain't. This is your daddy, because that, what? No. And that's wrong. Y'all can say what that's wrong. That's wrong. Right? Now, if the family becomes blended and, we get married, and all of that, even then, it shouldn't be demanded. It shouldn't be expected. Just because I married your mother, or a woman married me, it shouldn't be demanded. It should be something that happens organically. Really, it just should be something that happened organically. If not, this is Mr. Jim. This is Mr. Bob. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? I'm done, y'all. I'm through. Watch this. When it comes to offers versus demands, I think something that's important to consider, I'm done, I'm wrapping up, that if they consistently request it, then it needs to be consistently considered. Pastor Joe, make that make sense? So, again, there's nothing wrong with making a request. Asking something of your spouse. Babe, can you do this for me? I like it when you do this. Right? Get your minds out the gutter. Right? I don't really like, First Lady knows when it comes to food, like, don't cook this. I ain't eating that. I'm just not. Or when you make certain things, like, when she makes, I think it's like tilapia or something. Like this, I think like this cranberry glazed tilapia I've fallen in love with. And I'm like, yo, if we got to eat fish, like, cook that. Because some of this other stuff, unless that baby is fried, like, I ain't really fooling with it. And then there's some fried stuff I ain't even really fooling with. So, but it's just this idea, if it is something your spouse or the person you were kicking it with is asking for something consistently, I need you to consistently consider it. So in other words, Pastor Joe, what does that mean? Give it to us plain. That means, watch this, if it is something that is heavy on them, I need for it to be in the forefront of your mind and not in the back. I need it to be something that every time you think about them, especially in regards of this, that you're thinking about what they have asked of you. So that, hear me, so that it gets so inculcated into who you are that they no longer have to ask. You are offering. on demand. And what I mean by that is, you know they want it. You know they want it, right? You know they desire it, right? I'm done, y'all. All this was good. Man, welcome back to the flow. Welcome back to the flow. I believe the best relationships on the planet are those with daily considerations and daily offerings. Daily considerations and daily offerings. I want you to consider some foundational relational expectations, man, like communicating and consideration and compliments. And then I want you to think about some relationships, some specific relationship things, right? So there are some, and I know many people say, Pastor Joe, the game has changed. No, man, some things we're not changing the game on, especially as it is concerning me. Some things we're not changing the game on, right? My wife ain't opening my door unless I'm hurt. I'm opening her door because that's just right. My wife's not pulling out my chair. I'm pulling out her chair. When we go out to eat, I'm just old school. When we go out to eat, I'm the first one looking to grab to pay for the ticket. Now, nowadays, don't trip because I got a good chick. Don't trip because I got a good chick. Hey, don't trip because I got a good chick. Hey, right? And so I pay for some, she pays for some. That's just how we roll. Whoever got it, got it. And then sometimes, when you got it good, you just like, babe, don't even worry about it. I got this one. This one on me. This one on me, right? You need to have more than that. You need to have more of those. I got this. I'm happy to do it. I'm telling you, just try it for your boy. And let me know how it goes. This has been In the Flow with Pastor Joe. Welcome back, y'all. We have 2 more episodes in season